Hey everyone, Ross McCorkle here with another episode of the Depot 180. Pittsburgh Steelers training camp is well underway with 3 practices out of the way, one more on Saturday, and then a break Sunday before the pads come on Monday, the moment everybody's been waiting for. What did the first 3 practices teach us? What did we learn? First of all, Mike McCarthy's practices run very different than Mike Tomlin's did. Everything is very regimented, very structured. Not to say that one is better than the other, but McCarthy doesn't have a wasted second. If practice is scheduled to end at 12:46, and it has been, it's going to end at 12:46 or maybe just a few seconds over. And the pace from one drill to the next is very fast. It's not easy to keep up with everything happening at practice. You probably will notice that if you've tuned into our Alex Kozora's daily training camp diaries. They look a little bit different this year, and that's a product of McCarthy's different style of practice. What are some of the top headlines so far? Well, Joey Porter Jr. is still holding in, or he's on the PUP list, but really just to hold in. Mason Rudolph is the number 2 quarterback. Will Howard was, I don't want to say demoted, but he was the number 2 throughout the spring and is now the number 3. We'll see how that progresses. Not a ton to report on the quarterback battlefront so far. The top standout of the first couple days, that would go to Asante Samuel Jr. The veteran quarterback is taking advantage of every last rep he can get while Joey Porter Jr. is unavailable, Jalen Ramsey's unavailable, even Dante Kent. The cornerback room, which does have good depth, currently is a little less so like that, though Dalen Everett, the rookie, also looking good as well. On offense, Roman Wilson has gotten the most opportunities of anybody, at least right up there with DK Metcalf, and he's done pretty well with them so far. The Steelers are giving him every chance to prove that he can be the guy in a critical year for his career. If he falters this year, Jeremy Bernard will take over his spot, and Roman Wilson's career in Pittsburgh, at least, will probably be at an end. Some other notes, the defense is already showing signs of its philosophical change, that being TJ Watt, Nick Herbig, and Alex Highsmith being on the field together. And Watt is not just on the defense's left side as he normally is. They've been moving around as we all expected, though we've expected it in the past and it hasn't come to fruition, so good to see. Keanu Benton, the same story. We knew we would see a little bit more of him at 3-tech or even defensive end in base defense, and that's what we've seen so far, with Y.A. Black playing more nose tackle. And I have to mention Broderick Jones. He's back, perhaps unexpectedly so, from his injury. We expected him to probably start the training camp on PUP. That is not the case. He's back and competing with the rest of them, albeit a bit underweight. He needs to add some of it back, but it's great to have him in the mix. Let me know how you enjoyed the video on Twitter at Ross_McCorkle, and as always, visit SteelersDepot.com for your latest and greatest Steelers breaking news and analysis.